going on, y'all? How y'all doing? We back with another video today. Today is a great day, and I'm blessed to be alive and thriving. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that you are being awesome. I hope that you're taking advantage of this thing called life, and that you are, living your best life, as they say. We're gonna juice today. We're gonna keep it simple, honestly. I got about 6 pounds of grapes, red grapes and black grapes. I'm also gonna throw grapefruit in there. Never done it before. I have juiced grapefruit, but never made a combination with grapes. So, with that being said, let's get started today, y'all. So, what are we going to talk about today? You know, you don't need motivation. What you need is systems. What do I mean by that, squad? We got all the motivation in the world. We get inspired by many different things. But inspiration and motivation can only take you so far. You need systems. Things that you can dial in every day, constantly refine to get to your desired outcome. So for some of y'all, that means having an accountability partner. For some of y'all, meaning that y'all have to write down everything in a journal or on your calendar. There's new ways. Some people use Notion, which is like a digital platform that allows you to stay organized. Whatever your situation is, you have to figure that out. What makes me eat don't make you poop. My mama told me I gotta stop getting on here and cursing, y'all. So I'm trying to be, respectful of that. But it might just ride. I might just let an F-bomb drop here and there. But I told her I was gonna work on that. So there you go. But what I eat don't make you poop, right? So you got to ask yourself, what are my strong suits? What are my downfalls? What gets me going? What makes me tick? What am I naturally good at? What do I need assistance with? You got to know you better than you know yourself. Can't nobody tell you what to do. You should already know what you need to do, what you have to do, and what's going to be your biggest roadblocks. So create systems. You got to hack life. If you know, like for me, for instance, when it comes to working out and eating healthy, I got a plan. I got a wife and 2 babies, and I'm involved in mainstream and a few different other things that I got going on. Trying to start businesses, and time is of the essence. I wake up and it's already. You look up, it's like, man, is this already lunchtime? Dropped the kids off and caught a couple work calls, and man, it's life get to life. Life don't spare me because I think I got it going on. No. See, my wife didn't unplug the juicer. All right, let's see what we got here. But I have to create systems, right? So that for me, that looks like getting up in the morning before, on my days off from both jobs, I have to get up before my wife gets up so that I can work out. So that I can ensure that I am meeting my deadline that I'm setting for myself. Because if I don't work out before then, most likely I won't work out. You got to know you. You got to know yourself. This is why motivation is so unreliable. It's only going to take you so far. You can listen to all the motivation videos you want. But when it's time to check in and do the work, are you doing the work? Or are you sitting back playing around? You have to say to yourself, what are my biggest roadblocks ahead of me? This grapefruit ain't breaking up, so let me break it up. You got to know what's going to be your biggest hurdles, roadblocks, and what's going to be easy for you. Because if that's what you also have to be aware of, because if something is so easy, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do it. Or be able to sustain it because it's too easy. You got to challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself. Like, for instance, I know that I pretty much done juiced all my produce for this week. So if I want to continue to make juice content when I'm done, I have to look at my budget. I then have to look to see, okay, do I want to get back? I look at the weather. Do I want to get back out here and start walking a little bit and do some juice content? So am I buying for 2-3 days worth of content, or am I buying for 5 days worth of content? But it's a system. And I know as soon as I get done making this video, I got to sit down and do that because I have to then go pick up the girls from daycare. I don't have any other time. I don't. It's a system. But if I was just running around like with a chicken with his head cut off, like some of y'all be doing, and don't get me wrong, I used to be that guy. Doing stuff at the last minute, not putting forth my best effort. You're not going to get far in life doing that. So I challenge you to come up with a system so that when motivation wears off, you're able to sustain yourself through and through. So when you come up with a system, it helps you remove decision fatigue. It doesn't give you the out of, I'm going to not do it today. When you have a system in place, it relieves the pressure of trying to come up with something. Maybe you're coming up with a framework. Maybe it's you having to, okay, concentrate today, y'all. But maybe it's you, when you have a system in place, it basically alleviates the decision fatigue, and it allows for you to work through any problem or concerns that you may have without allowing yourself to cop out. A cop plea. Come up with all the excuses in the world. Because if you know you work in the system and work in the plan, then realistically, you shouldn't have any excuses. Because one thing about this juicer, man, and I think it may be just because of the stuff, the kind of fruit that I'm juicing. Like grapes, it seems like it claws up very fast. I don't know. All right, let's drain this, y'all. But systems remove decision fatigue. That is a pretty color. It's real grape juice, y'all. I'm about to be over here taking communion now. When you have systems, they allow your daily habits to compound. So it goes back to the power list. That's the system. I always talk about the power list that I got from Andy Frisella, right? That's the system. You start with 5 things that you want to move forward towards your goal that you want to accomplish. Whether it's a life goal, a year goal, a week goal, you say the night before, the next day, 5 things that you want to accomplish that moves you forward towards your goal. So like, for instance, I would say, oh, I want to talk about a video. I want to create a video outline for my juicing content tomorrow. What do I want to talk about? So before I go to bed, I might spend 30 minutes on that. Then I might say, okay, what kind of equipment can I research for my micro bakery that I want to start? What does that look like? So if you continue to do that, you move closer to your goal. By the end of the week, you didn't research, you didn't come in with more content. Maybe it could be YouTube, whatever it is that you're trying to do every day, and then you start to just cross it off every day. Did I do this today? Did I make content for my YouTube channel? Did I research stuff for my business? Whatever the case may be, it moves you closer to the goalpost and the end goal. And then you look up and you say, man, I did that. I accomplished that. And that excitement is going to allow you, it's going to be fuel to your fire. And then you might say to yourself, wow, what happens when I apply this to a year's time frame, to a decade? And you start seeing your life change right in front of your eyes and before the world. And people are going to start coming to you and say, wow, how did you do that? You think you can help me? Now you become an authority figure for that particular field or genre or whatever the case may be. Now you got something to sell. You're selling your experience. Oh, don't let you put 10,000 hours in, 10,000 reps. Now you're saying, I am the go-to person on this topic or product or whatever the case may be. People trust you. You've documented your journey. That's why I tell you all the time, I don't care who you are, what you got going on, create content. Somebody gonna watch? I don't care who watches my content. Hey, I'm here for the staying. I have staying power. Whether you believe it or not, I believe it in my mind, right? Grapefruit grape juice. So a system is what consistency actually looks like on a day-to-day. That's what a system will do for you. When you run out of hope and motivation, a system is going to guide you back for those times when you feel lost. This grapefruit is just being real stubborn right now. All right. But today's video is not really a major one. Just want to bring clarity to the situation of having a system for your life and watch what it does for you. This is just a grounded conversation, bringing light to the mere fact that we should all have systems, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what our circumstances are, our background, nationality, socioeconomic standpoints that you identify with. Literally, we all should have a system in place. That system will lead to us living our best or our worst lives. And the same could be said for if you don't have a system in place. What does that lead to now? What does that look like? Contentment? Complacency? What does that look like? So ask yourself that. Really figure it out. Do a self-audit of your life and what you've been, doing these last couple of years or your whole life, for whatever matter. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got here. How much grapefruit juice did we get? Got to do a taste test. Y'all might have to try this one out. I ain't gonna tell y'all if it's nasty. Y'all ain't finna unsubscribe for me because I gave y'all some bad advice. Nah, but sometimes you just got to try things out.